Hi friends! So isn't Alma Thomas a really cool artist? Up until this year, I had never really paid much attention to her, but I've seen her in different places on social media. I've seen her on the news with all of our current events that are going on, and I've read about her in recent art articles because I think even though her career was maybe in the late 60s, she has a lasting impact. It's very interesting to know that she was the first elderly black woman to ever be have her work on display at the White House. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And that was during the Obama administration. So it's pretty cool that that's in our current events, even if her career was a little bit earlier than all of that. We're all kind of connected together. So today what we're going to do is we're going to use some shape, some pattern, and what was the other thing? And color. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot color. We're going to use so much color because that was kind of her thing. It was all about color. She was very inspired by nature. She loved working out in her garden, and she loved using all the colors from the plants and the flowers to inspire her work. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I have already put my name on the back of my paper. Sometimes Miss Thomas would use a shape to kind of start off her painting, and sometimes she just did her little dash lines in these unique patterns. I think I'm going to use a shape, so I'm going to go ahead and I am going to make a heart, and you can place it anywhere on your paper. And the funkier your heart is, sometimes that's better. So I'm going to go ahead and get some water. That is all I needed to do with my Sharpie marker, because now it is all about that paint and color. Let me fill up my water cup here, because I definitely need water, because we're using watercolor paint. All right. I am going to use this brush. All right. All right, so I've got my watercolors. You may notice that they're a little bit different than what you've been working with at home if you are using the Learning Luggage paint. That's because this art teacher has run out of my Learning Luggage paint, and I had to steal from my son. So I am using his Learning Luggage paint until I can go back to the school and restock my at-home supplies. All right, so what you can do is you can go in and you can pick any color of the rainbow you want to make your heart. I'm going to be very boring. You can be as boring as me. And I'm going to start off with a red heart. I'm going to fill in that space. Need to get some water action in this paint because it's going nowhere. All right, almost filled up. I should have made it a blue or a purple heart. That would have been pretty. Oh well, I went with the traditional red heart. Oh, for love. And what you can do, what Miss Thomas does, is she takes color. I think I'm going to do it in the order of the rainbow. Since I did it red, I'm going to go orange. And all she does is she makes these little dashed lines. That's all she does. It's very relaxing. So there's my orange. So red, orange, yellow. What's the Barney song? Oh, I like red. It's the color of an apple. Orange, it's the color of an orange. Yellow, it's a lemon and a sun, sun, sun. Green, it's the color of trees and lots of things that grow. And then there's blue for the sky. And purple, that's a color that's fun, fun, fun. And when you put those colors side by side, now let's see what you've done. You made a rainbow, and it's a really beautiful one. Do some green. Look how fun this is, guys. And so I am creating a pattern using the color spectrum. So if you started with a blue heart, your next color would be purple. Let's choose the blue. Let's do some purple. All right, we are working our way around that shape. I think it's looking pretty snazzy, if I say so myself. All right, we have made it all the way to the end of the color spectrum. I'm going to go back in and touch up any spots that I kind of want a little bit different. So I have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. We could be fancy and throw indigo in there, but I'm going to keep it simple. All right, so I'm going to go back to my color spectrum, and I'm going to do this time a little bit different. I'm going to just kind of come on the edges of my brush and make a tiny little dot, tiny little squares. All right, next color, going in the row. Got my orange. I think I'm going to do, that's the same way. But I'm going to make them kind of tight. Giving ourselves variety in here. And maybe yours are not as close together as mine. Maybe they're spread out a little bit further, and that is fine too. All right, I think I'm going to flip back to use the flat part of my brush for my yellow. All right. So I have one go around with my colors of the rainbow, and I'm about halfway through. But you know what? I'm noticing that I'm coming to the edges of my page, but I still have all this that I want to fill with color. So what I'm going to do is I have to pretend that when I get to these sections, there's still paper there. Tricky, tricky. So I am going to start down here, and I am going to pretend that I'm going on paper, and then I'm going to pick up on the other side. Oh, did you see that? I already got paint on my table. Can't take me anywhere. Now, if you notice, my paper is starting to buckle a little bit, and the reason that is happening is because the art teacher is all out of watercolor at home and needs to go get some. So I'm working with what I got. So if you are out of watercolor paper, you can work with what you got. Because it's all good. Nope, I am done with the blue, Miss Marcy. Well, I want to tap off these a little bit. They came out real light. Want my color to show up. All right, I'm going to clean my brush. I'm going to go around with my favorite color, purple. Don't tell Miss Steph the librarian. Even though I will tell her it has nothing to do with those ravens. I just like purple. All right, we are almost home. Home on all the colors. So we've done 2 rounds of our color spectrum with the rainbow. So I'm going to go back and see how far I can get into the pattern of the rainbow before we are finished. I don't know where the Star Spangled Banner came from, but maybe it was the red. Do some orange. Oh, is that going to be it for that side, maybe? Oh, you know what? I am going to put a little bit of yellow up in the corners. Maybe just a touch on the very edge there. And now I have a beautiful Amma Woodsy Thomas inspired painting with lots of color. We've made it through the color spectrum more than twice, almost 3 times. I've got lots of pattern in here with all my little dashed lines, so it's very abstract. I've got my shape of my heart. And all of these colors are working together to make lots of harmony. It's almost like the paper is singing with color. So we can definitely sing a rainbow. All right, guys, I'm glad that you got to meet Miss Amma Woodsy Thomas and see all the wonderful art that she has created or had created over her career. She's really a phenomenal artist. If you ever get a chance to see her artwork, it's amazing. All right, guys, so that's it for my demonstration. You can move on down to the Padlet and upload. If the Padlet is not allowing you to upload, let me put my camera up here. If it is not allowing you to upload, that means it's just being wonky and temperamental. I also have my email address up under the welcome. So if you want to send me artwork that way, I am more than happy to take it that way. So I will see you in the next video and we will say goodbye.